Good evening. We're going to call to order the Judiciary and Licensing Committee meeting from the City of Marshfield City Hall Council Chambers, Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. Do we have any citizens' comments? Any citizens' comments? Seeing no citizens' comments, we will move to number 3, the approval of the December 17th, 2024 minutes.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Coran and a second by Ms. Spiros to approve the minutes. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda. Application for temporary Class B beer license for Marshfield Youth Hockey Association. River Kings scrimmage, January 17th, 2025. Hockey building at 405 East 17th Street. Applications for Class B alcohol license for Mojo's MCCS LLC, 201 South Central Avenue, Agent Liam Olson. Do I have a motion?
Move to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Cran, second by Ms. Spiros.
Can I just clarify, we're approving the consent agenda?
Yes.
Thank you.
To approve the consent agenda. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carried to approve the consent agenda. Number 5, request from Taqueria Manakara, close, close, 503 East Ive Street for an extension of a 90-day period of opening in accordance to Marshfield Municipal Code 9.3211. Jessica.
All right, so I just provided to you this evening, I'm sorry, Mrs. Spiros, I forgot to include this in the packet, that according to Marshfield Municipal Code, this body does have the authority to grant a 90-day extension for any applicant who has been approved for a Class B alcohol license and has not been able to open yet. So if you'll recall back in September, this is one of 2 applications that you, as this body, approved for that Class B reserve license. It is the last liquor license that we have available in the city of Marshfield. They had a deadline of December 26th to be open and operational, and through various reasons, they are not quite ready yet. We do have one of the co-owners here this evening that would like to address this committee, if the committee is okay with that.
Yes.
I will first say my.
Here, and then you can
Share
show
that.
it
Share that.
whenever you're ready. Here.
Good evening, Licensing Committee. My name is Andres Aguirre, and I am a co-owner of Taqueria Monarca. I am here to respectfully request an extension for our liquor license. The original deadline to open was December 26, but due to unforeseen construction delays, we won't be able to open until May. We are grateful for the council's approval of our liquor license and fully understood the 3-month window for opening. Unfortunately, construction has been significantly delayed due to a combination of factors, along with supply chain disruptions and contractor setbacks. Our landlord also encountered issues with a neighboring store, Ross, regarding construction in the parking lot. These matters were outside of our control, and they caused additional delays in our timeline. While we are making every effort to expedite the process, we now anticipate being ready to open by May. I assure you that we are fully committed to completing the project as soon as possible. We plan to invest approximately $750,000 into construction, equipment, and startup expenses to ensure the success of Taqueria Monarca. Once we open, we expect to generate $120,000 in monthly sales, which will contribute to local tax revenue and create 17 new jobs in the community. I respectfully ask the committee for an extension of our liquor license until May 17th. This extension will allow us to necessary time to complete the construction and opening our doors to the community. Taqueria Monarca will bring new jobs, contribute to the local economy, and add to the vibrant dining options in Marshfield. We're eager to open and begin serving our community. Thank you all for your time and considering this request. I appreciate the council's support of local businesses, and I'll be happy to answer any questions or provide updates as we move forward with construction. Thank you again. I want to share a video of how the project will look inside, like a design, just so you guys see an idea of what we want to do there. And here it is. So this is pretty much what we wanna get as close as possible to the space. This has been personalized, and we are working on it at the moment. The scope of the Taqueria Monarca is mostly for a self-serve venue, so you won't have any servers. You would go up to the counter, as you can see in the back, and you would order there with digital menus. You go sit down anywhere you like to. You can get your margaritas and things like that right up front. And then you get called up by a buzzer, and then you pick up your food and you go take a seat anywhere you like in the venue. So it's a little faster paced than any other usual restaurant. So those are the and Monarca means monarch butterfly, so that's what it's called. Taqueria means taco shop, so Taqueria Monarca. And that's how the front is going to look like. Right now, they just did the front and put in the windows. So that's where we are at the moment. Well, thank you so much. I'll be here if any questions, guys. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments or discussion?
Is there a precedent on this kind of request that's ever happened in the city? What have we normally done?
I'm not familiar with us being in this position. It's been more than a decade for sure since we've been in this position.
And in addition, I don't like the idea that we use precedents for the measure of some, because we did it, because it's so fact intensive. My microphone was on, but, yeah, so I hate to just use data even as a reference, because then it actually can come back and get us in a different direction sometimes. So, yeah, but again, this is unique, but we do sometimes deal with, something not up and running within a particular period of time, and whether there's action or not to be taken. So, but you have options here, whatever you choose at your discretion. And I think the most important thing would be make that decision and use a basis for doing it, so that, this may be a unique decision, but you can support it by fact.
Mrs. Spiros.
Let me make sure I'm not on mute. Okay, I don't care. Is there anybody right now looking for a liquor license, Jessica, besides this gentleman?
Yes, we do have one more application for a reserve license. They have not paid the fees, and I'm currently working with another municipality to purchase an additional license, as state code has just changed to allow that. I have not yet got confirmation from the selling municipality that they will actually sell that license yet, though.
Is that an existing business or a new business?
It's an existing business who's currently operating with a beer and wine license.
Okay. That's all I have. I'll make a motion.
Go ahead, Rebecca. Sorry.
Okay, I would make a motion to grant the extension of 90-day period in accordance with the Marshfield Municipal Code to grant the license, I'm going to mispronounce this, to Curia Monarch. And the reason I'm doing that is because they've already applied for the application, it's already been granted, they've already paid for it, and construction is well underway.
I will second.
All right, with a motion by Mrs. Spiros and a second by Mr. Coran. Any questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Oppose? Motion granted. Extension has been granted. All right, number 6, reconsideration hearing of Parker Bloomberg. All right, Mr. Bloomberg, you may at your option choose to have the hearing in either an open or closed session. Closed session means that no members of the public, other than those you choose to have as a witness in your behalf, will be allowed in the room for your proceedings. Only the members of the Common Council committee members, the city clerk, and representatives of the police department will be allowed to stay in the session on behalf of the city. The proceeding will not be televised. Closed session? Okay. Number 7, closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute Chapter 19.851F, considering financial, medical, social, and or personal histories or disciplinary data of specific persons, preliminary consideration of specific personal problems, or the investigation of charges against specific persons, which is discussed in public, would be likely to have substantial adverse effect upon the reputation of any persons referred to in such histories or data or involved in such problems or investigations. Parker Bloomberg reconsideration hearing and closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute Chapter 19.851A, deliberating concerning a case in which the subject of any judicial or quasi-judicial trial or hearing before that governmental body. Do I have a motion to go into closed session?
Move to go into closed session?
Second.
All in favor to go in closed session, say aye.
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 We are in closed session. back in open session for the Judiciary and Licensing Committee meeting. Mr. Bloomberg, the finding of facts hearing for yourself. The applicant has the following convictions due to their nature of substances and the violation of law substantially relates to the license activity for the sale of alcohol. You did have a disorderly conduct, domestic abuse back in January of 2023 due to the use of alcohol. You had following convictions, July of 23 muffler violation, 9/23 failure to obey a traffic sign, a 5/5/24 disorderly conduct, and a 5/6/24 harassment and domestic abuse. Applicant's probation agent approve or disapproves of the license with the following conditions. Your probation officer has approved for you to get this license. Applicant has represented that his behavior has changed to conform with the law and is committed to do so in the following ways. You've mentioned to us that you have been sober since January of 2023 and that you are continuing to do so. Applicant has the support of current employer evidenced by the following. Ma'am, you spoke on his behalf tonight. So on the behalf of this committee, I am going to make a motion to adopt the findings of fact and as read, and to grant a beverage operator license to Parker Bloomberg with 20 demerit points assessed for failure to list convictions and 25 demerit points assessed for the violation involving alcohol, for a total of 45 demerit points.
I'll second that.
A motion by myself, Mr. Varsho, and a second by Ms. Spiros. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
That motion carries 2-1. Items for future agendas. We have none. Mrs. Spiros motions to adjourn and Mr. Coran seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned. Thank you.